Good afternoon from sunny Amsterdam. It's really good to be here with you today. I've got just 5 minutes with you, so I thought that I'd focus it on three key shifts that I believe are necessary for creating marketing relevance. So take this as food for thought, a little inspiration of some of the things that I believe us as marketeers really need to be doing more of in order to drive greater relevance. So moving on to the first shift, I've called this one moving from understanding to empathy. So consumer understanding is really at the heart of what we do as marketing, right? And it's really a good starting point. But I think that relevance requires us to do more than just understanding. It requires empathy. So understanding knows facts about our consumers and often uses that information to persuade them to buy more or to increase consumption. So understanding asks, how do I use what I know about my consumers to get more of them to buy more or to consume more? Whereas empathy asks a different question. Empathy asks, how do I use what I know to enable more consumers to live better? So empathy is more concerned about their life more than just a category or my product. And an example to really bring this to life is the zero data apps, right? So I think zero data apps really demonstrate a great understanding of our consumers. It demonstrates that we understand their pain points around data access, and we're solving for that, making sure that they can access our product solution or access our brand app. So nothing wrong with that, solving a consumer pain point. However, empathy would take this a step further and actually explore opportunities to partner, opportunities to solve for data access as a whole, not just solving for access to the brand app. So that's the first shift. The second one, it's really about moving from pursuing a share of market to seeking a share of life. So when we approach marketing with empathy, I believe it forces us to shift from our obsession with market share to really seeking a share of life. So this takes the empathy question that I just spoke about now and goes beyond the category that I play in and really says, how do I solve life needs for my consumers? And what it does is that it gives us the opportunity as marketeers to inspire new business models that address these life needs and do so profitably, of course. So I believe it's up to us as marketing to feed this empathy into the business planning and forecasting process, making sure that not just category insights are fed into commercial planning, but life insights also form the basis of this planning process. So a good example here, I think, is Nedbank's Evo app. I really think it's a good example of a brand that is anchored in banking and financial services, going beyond its category to solve life needs. So I only have 5 minutes and I can't take you through, all about the Evo app. But if you go on the Nedbank website and you look for the Evo True Story video, that's really apt at explaining exactly what I mean about shifting from just being concerned about share of market to seeking a share of life. The third shift is about shifting from creating for to creating with. So really this shift, given the rate of change and ever-evolving nature of consumer needs, we know that gone are the days of long research and development programs that take years to perfect, try, test before you go to market. Relevance requires consumer insight tools that enable agile and iterative development of our marketing activities. So whether we're talking about communication or activation or innovation, this is really about shifting from being the experts who create these perfect solutions to really creating and co-creating with consumers, working closely with R&D to create prototypes, to test things with consumers, improve as we are developing and essentially really creating with them. And we know that leading marketing organizations are evolving their way of marketing, they're evolving their way of insight to enable these more agile ways of working and more responsive marketing in order to drive greater relevance. So that's all I have for you. 3 shifts in 5 minutes. Moving from understanding to empathy, moving from pursuing a share of market to seeking a share of life, and moving from being these experts who create for to really being co-creators with our consumers. That's it from me. Thank you.